like, I'm assuming, and I'm probably wrong, but I feel like there's not that many types of businesses in your space that do what you do, right? I mean, are you pretty rare, or are there quite a bit of companies that are out there?
Well, I mean, we say we're the only ones doing it with a ground penetrating radar. There's other people really working on this technology,
Yeah.
and we finally found kind of the special sauce with our geophysicist Pavin. He's got a doctorate degree in geophysics, and he's a brilliant guy, and he came up with this proprietary software. So we a lot of people are working on it, and they're gonna figure it out. But right now we have the secret sauce, and there's a different when you put a ground penetrating radar on a drone. That's a very new technology. He says that in the video. He's like, that's a new technology, and
that's a video we're gonna share with you guys, so you can go on the website and actually see this technology in action, live in action.
Yep. I mean, we can find plastic landmines buried underground. We did it in Ukraine. It worked.
So my question is so walk us through, this is a pitch. This is a startup here, and we're hoping that people that are listening want to donate. They want to contribute in some way in order to help in the humanitarian missions and the passion that you guys have. I mean, who doesn't want to help kids and families, and especially when their livelihoods are at stake, and their the fields that they grow the food, because economically,
right.
I mean, over in Ukraine, I think I heard you say this, but like, there's a lot of grain. I mean, isn't that like a meeting point, or like a stopping point, I guess, from point A to point B? They supply a lot of the grain to Europe, right?
To Europe and Africa.
Right.
Yes. Like, it's the bread, they call it the breadbasket of Europe.
Yeah. And so the granaries have kind of not stopped, but they've definitely slowed down because of
they've totally slowed down because of all the shipping. It's Russia has interfered with that. They've laid landmines in the farms.
Yeah.
I was when I showed in the video that's a farm town we're in, and that's where all the farm workers lived, in that little village that Russia destroyed. And the farmers were doing their own demining. So we found this farmer, and he was in a pickup truck, like a flatbed, full of landmines. And him and his sons had found them. I don't even know how they did it. And they had taken the fuses out. I know. So he's standing on this pile of landmines, smoking a cigarette. So he doesn't speak English. So they were like, hey, Paul, maybe you could give him some advice. And I was like, I mean, don't stand on them. Don't smoke a cigarette.
Smoke a cigarette.
Don't have all of them in one little place like that. I'm like, where do I even begin? And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to give him any knowledge, because he's doing just fine. Like,
I mean, the guy's made it this far.
He's still alive. Him and his sons demining. I mean, that's the kind of people they are.
Yeah.
Wow. As you can see, they're kicking Russia's ass in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Are you seeing this not only in Russia too, but like, because you're heading to Africa soon? I mean, you're seeing people that go out on their own like this and demine all the time.
Well, yes, and then sometimes it's like in some places, sometimes the terrorists go in there and they get them and they use them as
they reuse
IEDs.
Them. Oh, gotcha.
So you really got to get them.
Yeah.
Or hopefully our next place is Egypt. They've got 25 million mines in the western desert of Egypt from World War II.
Gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, and they want to do all kinds of stuff in the desert, and they can't do it.
So what's your process of going in there and doing this? Like, do you get calls or saying like, hey, this is a good area? Or
we're just a startup right now, but we'll use what happens is, let's say this area here is the minefield, but there's no border, no fence around it. So where's the edge? Like, it sounds like a very simple question. So we can find the edge. Say, okay, the edge.
I mean, countries have borders.
Yeah. Right. Not this one, it seems, but yeah, I've been told. So we find the edge, and then we determine extent and magnitude of contamination. So there might be areas that are less contaminated, and you might want to start there so you can start releasing land to people, to farmers, or oil exploration.
So you do it in sections.
You grid the whole thing.
Yeah. And then there might be areas that are just so contaminated, it's like, you know what? Let's just put a fence around that and never touch it again.
Oh, gotcha. Maybe. So there could be a like areas that are so dense
Maybe.
that you're just like
it would be your
not even-
land. I'm just giving you the information. I'm just giving you the map.
say this is the percentage of you blowing up if you.
So the subterranean map we have called the intelligence layer, which no one can really do right now. They could do it with metal detectors,
Right.
but a metal detector doesn't find a plastic landmine.
So can you walk us through the technology of how, I mean, I know you probably are under a lot of NDAs, so you can't share all the secret sauce, right?
Right.
But walk us through how you got from, instead of us walking and waving our magic wands over, you know, the minefields, how do you go from point A to point B where you guys are using the drones, you guys are using this ground penetrating technology? Because I don't know about you, but I've seen this, like, if you go on the History Channel all the time, right? They're like, especially the guys that are from Oak Island.
Oh my
Those
gosh!
guys
Oh yeah,
18 million
use
seasons of
penetrating technology. They've used it for 20 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's in the pit. It's in the pit, and all they find is like coconut fiber.
Yeah.
You know? So like
a piece of wood or something.
but the technology is really awesome,
Yeah.
right? But I feel like walking takes way more time than flying an actual drone.
It's also a lot more dangerous too.
little
It is, right? It's,
Yeah.
and it's safer. So how do you get from that to what you're doing? Because it's not like you're just taking an infrared camera or something and sticking it on a drone, right? Like, you've got to develop a special ground penetrating type of system, the camera that goes on the drone.
we do have a camera on the drone.
Right.
Actually, no. I'm sorry.
Or not a camera, I'm sorry, but it's
We have the ground penetrating radar on the drone.
radar. The radar.
We do have another drone with a camera on it. I was hoping to put a camera on the drone with the ground, just fill it with tech and just fly it. But the ground penetrating radar on the drone flies lower and slower. So the camera has to fly higher because we do have the algorithm to teach it to recognize ordnance. Because in Ukraine, there's a lot of ordnance on the ground. There's a lot of landmines. They just lay it on the ground. There's millions of landmines. You can't bury them all, so they lay them on the ground. It'll recognize those. We just need to build our catalog to teach it. We don't have the algorithm just yet for the ordnance under the ground, which I don't know that we can. I'd be very, someone said, well, why not? What's stopping you? And I was like, okay. So let's say we're using the algorithm for underground, and we're going to build a soccer academy over that afterwards. Are you going to put your kid in that soccer academy to play?
Gotcha.
Right? You got to use an extreme example.
Yeah.
It's not that hard with landmines. But we would get so like in other countries they have this challenge, and we would get hired by the government, and they would say, okay, first we're going to practice and we're going to check out the soil because all the soils are different. We've got to tweak things. We do that in a training area, and then we would go out to the minefield and we would fly back and forth. We set it up like it's called a lawnmower, and it just goes back and forth.
Is someone manually flying it, or is
No.
this? It's all coordinates.
It has to be coordinates because it'll fly evenly.
Okay.
If
Gotcha.
you're flying it, it's going to be a little, on the turns and stuff. So it's got to overlap just right. So there's a program for that. And then we take the memory stick out of it, stick it into Pavin's magically delicious software, and then he goes through it. I mean, once he shows you how to do it, you're like, oh my God, there it is. So when we were in Ukraine, I had them set up the mock minefield in a pattern so you could see it on the subterranean map, which a lot of the Russians do too. They have patterns of the landmines.
Oh, gotcha. How they
So-
lay them out and stuff.
Yeah, so you'll see the patterns in the subterranean map. It's pretty cool.
Have you seen the fiber optic cables that are attached to the drones
Yes.
that they're using over in Ukraine? Have you seen the
Everywhere.
pictures of this?
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't think
draped-
so.
We've
What-
got
It's
a.
like spider webs.
I want to
draped
be able to
everywhere.
pull this up so people can see this. Like
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point in the video, like people have to see this
Yeah, it's
because it is
yeah.
unreal. So
couldn't explain
So
it.
if you don't know what fiber optic cable is, which everybody should now because it's in everything pretty much, it's like a spider web. It's like as thin as hair, pretty much.
Yeah.
And what the Russians are doing over in Ukraine is they are attaching this fiber optic cable to the drones, and they're flying the drones from the cable, right? That's what's powering the drone itself.